Hey, I'm Kylie of Kylie M Interiors, online paint color consultant, e-design expert, and blogger. Today we're taking a look at Sherwin Williams Panda White. Panda White is a soft, off-white paint color that has a bit of a beige base to it. Now, a lot of people, when they're looking at off-whites, they're thinking of grayish or cream, without realizing that beige can also offer a really beautiful, soft, warm look with a different take on undertones. So Panda White, it has kind of a muted tan base. It picks up a bit of cream. There's some yellow in there for sure. There's also a very tiny wink of green. I would say it's barely noticeable and maybe not noticeable at all, but if you had products with a pink undertone or red undertone, you might notice it a little bit. Now, as far as LRV goes, LRV is light reflectance value. It tells you how light or dark a paint color is on a scale of 0, which is black, to 100, which is white. So this guy sits at 77, which puts him well in the off-white range. In a super bright room, it's going to wash out totally. You're going to lose it. In a dark room, it's going to look a bit dingy. But in a dark room, you can fix that by adding some interior lighting for it to come to life. Now, if you have north-facing light, afternoon eastern light, morning western light, these can be colder or flatter lights. Panda White can maybe look just a bit dingy because it doesn't have a ton of cream in it or a high chroma. It's quite neutral looking. If you have south-facing light, west-facing light, those are going to be really pretty with it. They're going to enhance the warmth of it. But again, if you have a lot of light, like if it's super bright, it's going to wash out. One thing that Panda White and others like it that we're going to look at are used for is cabinets. There's so many kitchens that just can't support white cabinets. They're too high contrast. So naturally, the next place we go is off-white. So that's where the undertones come into play, because you want to make sure the undertones of your cabinet color jibe with your backsplash, your countertop, and other finishes in the room. Now we're going to do some comparison, because whether you're looking at it for walls or cabinets, comparison is the best way to pick a paint color. So then you can see the undertones maybe a bit more clearly. This one here is moderate white. I do have a video on this one if you want to check it out on, well, maybe on several of these. Anyways, so moderate white, this has a slightly lower LRV, a little bit more beige, right? That shows you that kind of tan backdrop in Panda White. Beige tends to favor an orange undertone, tan tends to favor yellow. So it's not that this is yellowish, it's just more tan, more beige. Moderate white also has a tiny wink of pink in it. Maybe helps us see that, still it's hard to see the green in there, truly. There's that difference there. Steamed milk, super pretty. This has a really lovely rich warmth to it. So again, you can really see how muted Panda White goes in comparison to more traditional warm colors. Like this leans that little bit more into creamy beige kind of range. Divine White, Divine White has a reasonable shot of pink in it. So compared to that, yes, I can see a bit of green in there. Just a wink, that's the comparison of it, right? Sherwin Williams creamy, super popular choice, but often a bit too yellow for a lot of interior products. See that there? Again, the cream, the degree of yellow in there shows us how soft and neutral and muted Panda White really is. I love it. One more, Shell White. So that's a brighter, warmer, softer look. So that's going to be closer to the white range. So it shows you the depth of Panda White a little bit better. Keep in mind too that if you are painting cabinets, they're usually done in a satin finish. And when the light hits that, it can make a color look lighter and brighter than you think. It can also enhance the color of it a little bit more. So keep that in mind, that even an off-white like this on cabinets can look a bit brighter. I also want to show you a few whites. It can be hard to match up whites to colors like these. We're going to start with alabaster. I kind of feel like the LRV, the depths of them, are a little bit too close to get a really nice contrast. And alabaster might have just a wink too much yellow. Yeah. High reflective white. This is like legit white. And I do have reviews on these if you want to check them out. That's better. Nice and simple. Maybe a bit stark. Pure white. Definitely the best of the bunch. A little bit softer, a little bit more simple. A lot of times people will play around with having them lightened. So usually a color in this depth, you can often get it lightened 25%, sometimes 50%, because there isn't a lot of colorant in the gallons, they don't always have enough colorant to reduce it by 50%, but you can ask. So if you want to get a specific trim color look, get a sample pot made of it 50% lighter. Maybe you'll love it. Who knows? So that's Panda White. Hope you enjoyed it. Please visit my blog, my Instagram feed, and thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel.